Well, located in far southwestern Oklahoma, Mangum is the seat of Greer County, an area that since the earliest days of cattle drives was a favorite of cowboys because of its abundant grass supplies. Today, Mangum still has its agrarian roots, but as agriculture has modernized, small towns like Mangum have struggled with a dramatic loss in population. We begin today by letting some local Mangum residents tell their story about hope, survival, and the love of hometown.
Okay, and we'll talk some more. And remember, Saturday you're dressed in Western.
Well, they've got the outside parking they can use. Surely they can give us 4 spaces
but
there.
I mean, you got people here, you got people there. It's going to come, and people inside.
This is my hometown, so I've been here a long, long time, except for little short stints out. I taught school for a long time, so finally I ended up back home, and this job was open, and this sounded like something I really wanted to do. I heard one of the people from the Main Street organization make the comment that small town survival is not a given, that to survive you have to work at it. You have to really go for it. And if you drive through small towns in Oklahoma, you'll see that all over the place. They look like they're just kind of dying on the vine. Allen's Home Center, there's a wonderful business that's managed to keep creating themselves and adding things and changing things. And he's a great community supporter. Oh my goodness. Anytime you need him, he's there.
I guess I should say hello, and my name is T.A. Allen, and I'm from Mangum, Oklahoma, and I have a retail establishment here in town, Allen's Home Center. I grew up in South Central Missouri, graduated from high school at West Plains, Missouri, and one of the first things they asked when we moved here was, who are you kin to? You know, you'd have to be kin to somebody to move here. And of course, the store is what brought us here. Raising your family in a community like this, that is probably the biggest plus. Raised my kids here. They've all graduated from high school here. What is their number, 5, 7?
My dad, all my friends love him. He's weird in a goofy kind of way. I love him to death.
Like from Belfast or someplace.
Real understanding about everything, and he's just a goofy guy. Everyone loves him.
This is Mr. Greer County. You ought to see him break a move, bust a move.
Bust a move?
No,
that's not.
Since I've never lived anywhere else, I don't know how it is like playing outside, but I mean, you can just run around town and someone, even if it's not your family or not your friends, someone's watching you and taking care of you, and your parents don't have to worry as much about what you're doing because there's somebody always looking out for you.
We have a way of really reaching out to each other and caring for each other and taking care of each other so that it makes life a whole lot easier to live, and it's a whole lot more comfortable and a whole lot quieter and a whole lot calmer.
You want to pay me some money? You want to pay me some money?
Well, as soon as I get some honey.
As soon as you get some honey, I have to run to Walmart, United, Puckett's.
I ain't paying if I get some money.
All right, let's see if I can't work with you.
Well, hey, you kind of overdone it there, didn't you, buddy?
Almost. I mean, that's like almost double. A normal day at the Hamburger Inn was never normal. A normal day at the Hamburger Inn, I have to get up early, stay here late, and you have to put up with people. I'm a babysitter. I'm a babysitter. Who does?
This does.
Yes, Mother. The Hamburger Inn started back in the 20s. I think we bought it in '96. Mangum is a small town. Probably know about 80% of the people. See them on a daily basis. And it's not getting any bigger. Not much to do. Not much money comes in, not much money goes out. Very boring town. It's a good place to grow up until you get to about 12. It'd be all right to raise kids. I'll probably wind up going to school and coming back, just because I've been here all this time. So is my dad, so is his dad. It's almost like a thing to do for us. Yeah, the kids around here, they feel that it's just a waste of time to stay around since there's nothing to do. And the jobs are becoming more scarce and scarce. See, if you find a job here, it's probably going to be working fast food at Sonic or working on a farm. Neither one are good. It ain't nothing like it used to be. I remember my dad telling stories about Friday night, all around the square would be packed. Couldn't find a parking spot. Now, it's not even close. Nothing close. There's more cars at the police station than anything.
I'd like to see Mangum like it used to be, with the jumping place. On Saturday night, everybody came to town and all that. It was great.
How many grocery stores did there used to be in the 50s?
In one town?
Yeah, there were 16 here.
16. Grocery stores?
Yeah.
What happened to all the grocery stores and the theaters and
all the people left town. Died off. Every year the grapes and everybody came back.
There are lots of times that I have seen young men and women walk out of graduation, hug everybody that they cared about, take off their cap and gown, hand it to mom, walk across the parking lot, get in their car, and leave. I mean, that's always going to happen. What draws them back to town is something that, as a community, we continue to work on. We've got to have something for them to do. You know, they've got to have jobs. They've got to have a way to support their families. They've got to have a way to live.
And if you lose your youth, your town dies. And we don't want a town to die, so you have to have a balance.
And my vision for 5 years and 10 years and 15 years is probably pretty big, because I'd like to see all these buildings renovated downtown. I'd like to see small independent businesses back in those buildings, quality of life. We'd like to be a very vibrant community.
Our community has enough care about each other that when something happens to somebody, everybody rallies around.
Morning.
When you live in a community like ours, we have a tremendous opportunity to show to other people what it's really like to live where people care about you. And that's the kind of community we live in. And that's one of the real reasons I stay here. I've got a daughter that's graduating. I will really have no ties to this community. I could sell it off and move away, but you know, this is home. This is home, and I don't want to be anywhere else. I'll be right here.
Well, the future of Mangum may well be boosted by those who put this piece together. Young people from the nearby Oklahoma Arts Institute visited Mangum last summer to document their story, giving many of the students their first appreciation for small-town Oklahoma. Evan Smith of McLeod is one of the filmmakers.
It's about the people of Mangum and their youth is moving away, going off to college and not coming back. And it's really starting to struggle, and it's becoming just primarily old people. And that hometown feel, and they need the young people to come back for the town to survive.
And we'll hear more from others at the Oklahoma Arts Institute a little later in our show.